back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it's so lovely to see you today. In this video we're going to be talking about my plans for this channel in 2020 and my personal resolutions. So I have my handy dandy notebook right here and I'm really excited. It's 2020, we're heading into the roaring 20s. I've always wanted to live in the 1920s and now I'm going to live in the 2020s, which is crazy. So I really, as we're seeing out the decade, as we're seeing out the year, I'm just looking ahead. I'm getting really excited for the new year. I've got so many plans for this channel, so many ideas for myself and ways that I want to develop as a person. As you know, personal development is so important to me. I'm a big believer in lifelong learning and I just really want to continue growing and changing and becoming that person that I always wanted to be. I think you have to have an idea in your head of the kind of person that you want to be and then take steps to make that happen, and that's what I'm trying to do. So resolutions, generally speaking, I never used to do because I always thought you make all these plans, you make all these ideas and then you never go through with them, and by the end of January you're still in the same place that you was. But I remember somebody telling me, and I can't remember who it was, but I remember somebody saying to me, if you do one thing every day to get closer to your goal, then after a week you're going to be 7 times closer. You're going to be, you know, in a year you've taken 365 days, each little step will have gotten you closer to that goal. And so this year I'm definitely making resolutions. I am going full force, but we're going to be making plans to make those things happen. I'm going to show you how I'm making that happen at the end, so keep watching. So for this year going ahead, my word is going to be growth. And I think growth is a really important word. It says so much about where I want to be. 2019's word, I don't know if you do this, but 2019 word was abundance. I wanted to feel abundant, whether we've got money or not, whether we do things and go out and collect things or not. I wanted to feel abundant, and that came down to being grateful. That came down to every day but just thanking God, thanking the universe, whatever you believe, for the things that you have, and looking at the things that you have and using the things that you already have instead of constantly thinking what you want to get in the future. And it really worked for me. This is the first year that I've put together just a word for the year, and it's so helped focus me down on the small steps that I want to take to make that word happen. So in order to grow as a person, there are things that you think about to do with that, and one of those things is learning. It's pulling people around you who are going to lift you up instead of keep you down, that sort of thing. So one thing that I really want to do is be more organized. One of those ways is in here, but it's things like throwing away all those things in the drawer that you don't use, going through old paperwork and getting rid of it, you know, recycling, taking things down to the charity shop when you don't wear that dress ever, getting the house more organised, doing things like this on my little table that I have beside me. I've got my tablets, my glasses, my phone. They're all in a little basket so I can easily find everything that I want to find. That sort of thing, just being organised, just thinking, putting things away as I go, so I haven't got to spend the little energy that I have looking for things and then finding you've got a massive pile of things and never getting through to them. So that's really important to me. It was something that I tried to do last year with the Marie Kondo, was like big because she brought out a TV series on Netflix, and that's inspired me, but it didn't happen. Like, I did organise, like my living room is totally organised. My kitchen is like 90% organised. It's just kind of finishing up. So I'm really excited to get that done and to really make that a daily effort and just clear out the things that we don't need. If you've got a cluttered area, you're going to have a cluttered mind. If it's organised and nice, then you can think straight. I don't want a chaotic, cluttered energy in my home. I want it to flow nicely. So I'm really excited to get my house nice. The next thing that I've been talking about for a while is learn to sew. Last year I went to my best friend's house in London, hi Louise, and she taught me how to do a circle skirt in a day, and it's one of my favourite skirts. I wear it about 90% of the time. I love that skirt and I want to be able to make my own clothes, and I have material that I bought a few months ago and I keep procrastinating actually doing it because I'm scared to do it. And I think taking up new hobbies and skills, it's something that I was talking about in my last video about learning to knit, but just how learning new things is exciting, but at the same time as me being excited to learn that new thing, I do put things off. Like I need to stop. So I definitely want to not give in to that fear anymore. I want to learn to sew. I want to be able to make my own skirts and dresses. Things like jumpers, knitwear, blouses are quite easy to thrift, and I love thrifting. But it's those staples like dresses and skirts that can cost the most money to buy from vintage reproduction. And also I'd like to dress more like Victorian, Edwardian, dress a little bit more 20s, 30s, and those in reproduction world are ridiculously expensive. You're talking hundreds of pounds for a dress, and I have a very little budget. I do like to treat myself occasionally to new clothes. I don't have a big budget, so I have to be really careful, and I have to kind of think where I want my money to go. And so far I've been dressing very 1950s in the style dresses I wear, but that's not my love. 50s is just because it's the cheapest, because a lot of people dress 50s, but if I learned to sew, that would be amazing. So that's my plan. I actually have it written down that I'm going to be doing sewing. I'm going to try and do one project a month, and I'm going to hopefully make a thing each month, sew it up and vlog the whole thing, because I love watching Rachel Maxey does a lot of sewing on her channel, and I love watching her sew. I love watching people like Bernadette Banner and The Closet Historian. They have sewing vlogs and it's so relaxing to watch. I love it. So I want to bring that to the channel. And yeah, so you're going to get to see my sewing journey, and by saying that to you gives me accountability. Now I've got to do it, because at the end of the month you're going to be expecting me to have a sewing vlog. Oh. So the next thing is I want to learn Reiki. I paid for a Reiki course about 6 months ago, and I was so excited, I'm going to learn Reiki, and then I got all kind of muddled on how to study it, because I've never studied online like that before, and I got a bit lost, I got a bit muddled, I didn't quite know where I was, and I gave up. But this year I am going to learn Reiki. Reiki is amazing. It helps you with energy work, it helps you so much. You can work better with crystals, and you can also, if you're in pain somewhere, say you have a headache or your partner has a headache or somebody's in pain, you can help that person. And so I'm really excited to learn Reiki and hopefully use it to help myself and help my mom. She has multiple sclerosis, and my husband who has epilepsy, and hopefully for the three of us, and other people obviously, but the three of us, I can kind of help us with having that skill. So I'm really excited to learn that. The next thing is read. I used to read a lot, and then depression kind of hit big time and I stopped reading as much. So I'm getting back into reading. I promised myself that I'm going to read one spiritual book a month, and I'm going to do a review here on my channel once a month. So at the end of each month, you will have seen a book review, you will have seen a sewing vlog, and of course the thrifting. So they'll be in amongst all my other videos. I already have the whole month content of January planned out, and those things are in the books, so I need to get reading. If you are looking for a way to stick to your resolutions, one way is to make little steps. So I could say, oh, I want to read more. That's not really helpful though, is it? So that can be like the big umbrella term, read more. But then under that, it can be, right, well, in order to do that, I'm going to read at least one non-fiction and one fiction book a month. And then maybe get a little club together. You and your friends read the same books. To me, you guys are like my friends. And so you are my book club. So this month I'm reading The Green Witch. I'll leave an affiliate link down below to that because it's such a good book already. I'm just like, I love this book. So I am going to finish that book and then we will talk about it at the end of the month. How about that for a deal? So go and get yourselves a copy and let's read together. And then lastly, I want to change my diet for my health. Now this is going to be a lifelong journey. But I've been talking to a lot of people. They think now that I have IBS as well as everything else. So I've been researching the low FODMAP diet, and I think I'm going to try and do a version of that. The problem is, my husband was laughing because I was like, I'm going to try this diet, and he like read an article, a couple of articles and things that I'd saved about it on my Pinterest, and he was like, Beverley, you can't eat anything that you like. And I was like, oh, I know. So I don't actually know what I'm going to eat, but I have a plan. And so for this month, it's just going to be reducing the amount of sugar that I eat. And I'm going to ask my doctor when I go back to see him in a couple of weeks. I'm going to ask him for a referral to a dietitian. If he thinks a low FODMAP will help me, then they can give me maybe a diet plan or just give me a little bit of advice, because I'm already vegetarian. And so if I'm going to be vegetarian and low FODMAP, it's quite difficult to get all your nutrients and things, so I just need a little bit of guidance. But yes, this month is just kind of preparing myself for it, reducing the amount of sugar, reducing snacks and things that I have in the house, and just kind of changing my shopping style and the meals that we eat to be a little bit more in line with what low FODMAP is, until I can get a little bit more help. So there are all my little plans for the year, tied up in resolutions of growth, personal growth, learning and growing through reading and doing a course on Reiki, learning and growing by being more organised and saving energy for more things, being accountable by telling you guys what I'm doing and family and friends. I've joined groups that have to do with these things that I want to do on Facebook and stuff like that. So it's just getting all those little ducks in a row. And then what's happening with this channel? Now I've said a few things that are going on with this channel. I'm definitely going to be keeping up with the same content, so it's still going to be disability, vintage fashion and spirituality. Ooh, itchy. But on top of that, I'm also going to be adding in monthly book reviews and sewing vlogs. I'm also thinking of doing like a chronic illness day in my life each month. If that's something you'd like to see, let me know down below, because I do love watching my chronic illness brothers and sisters in their little chronic illness vlogs. If that's something you'd like to know, like how I get through my day, what I do in a typical day, let me know. I also want to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm at like 700-ish, around there at the moment, and it's a little bit overwhelming. I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit like, oh my gosh, I'm creeping up there. I think, you know, if I can get to a little step at a time, and if any of you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, because I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's that magic number where you can start working with companies and start collaborating with people, and I really want this little family to grow. So yeah, if you're not yet subscribed. And I also want to be consistent. Over the last couple of months, my health has taken a downward spiral, and I've kind of skipped. I've kind of been doing like just one video a week, and it's really getting on my nerves. I love doing content for you guys, so I want to be consistent. I want to make sure that I'm doing 2 videos a week. I want to make sure that I am doing a blog post every week and kind of tie them all together. I'm so looking forward to just growing this channel and being here with you twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, so that we can just spend some time together and you can watch me in my year of growth. How exciting. Now this is what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about organisation. This is a bullet journal style diary basically. So you open it up and it has your big life goals, and then here is your goals for the year. I've done them in different colours because I'm kind of extra, but it's things like to eat in a way that benefits my illnesses, be consistent with my blog posts, learn to knit and sew, all the things I've talked about on here. So they're like your New Year's resolutions. Then on the next page you kind of narrow it down to 5 top goals and the little ways that the 5 little steps that you're going to put into place to make them happen. I really like that. Breaking it down into little bite-sized chunks is a great way to make sure your resolutions actually happen, and you don't just get to the middle of January and say, oh, forget it then. You know, I've done that before. Then on the next page you have things like your strategy on how you're going to achieve these things, your daily rituals, the things that you're grateful for, and then your affirmations. So this year's affirmations for me are: I am stronger than I think, I am not my past, this moment is all that is real, life is as good as I make it, and I am beautiful inside and out. I mean, come on. Come on, Beverley. And then you have the layout for the month. So as you can see here, we have this month of January. We have birthdays written in here, recording videos, my plans. Down here is this month's goals, and then over here is my life balance goals. And these are the things that I'm going to try and get done in this month. So it's again breaking things down and making it so it happens. And then further along you come to the section that is a weekly diary. So over on this channel you can see some of my plans for this week. So we had channel plans and resolutions, and on Fridays how I coped with Christmas, some little tips and tricks for coping with depression and difficult times in your life, what I'm going to be doing, and then query I'm going to be filming on that day because my husband's off and I might be having a lookbook coming up. Then over this side is this week's priorities. So these are things that I'm going to concentrate on this first week, and then it's a habit tracker, and then there's a little to-do list, and on this list is all things get things ready to start actually sewing. And then down here is space for just anything you want. So I decided to put like a little quote down there, and I've put, it's time, close the door, change the record, clean the house, stop being who you were, become who you are. And that's by Paulo Coelho. I'm definitely sure I said that wrong, but yeah, that's how I'm keeping up on things this month. It's a really great diary. I will leave an affiliate link down below to this diary. Again, these affiliate links are free for you to click on. They don't cost you any more than the price of the item. However, if you use the affiliate link, then I will get some money towards the running of this channel, and it will help me out a lot. So if you're considering buying either of these things, definitely head down below to buy them. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know down below if you did in the comments. Leave me a cheeky little like. Don't forget down in the comments to let me know your New Year's resolutions and the little things that you're going to put into place to make sure they come true. Yeah, I just really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to head right down there and click the subscribe button. As I said, I really want to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you right there, if you're not yet subscribed, you can make that happen by clicking that button, ringing that little bell, so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, my health permitting. I do my very best to be here. I love spending time with you guys. I hope that you will consider joining the famalam here. I'm just really excited and happy, and I can't wait to hit the roaring 20s. Who's with me? I hope you have a really wonderful week ahead. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye.